Okay, so the collab unit skills are live, and it looks like to summon them you do need 200 tickets. And the worst part about it is that you're not even guaranteed to get the one you want. It's a choice between two. So, yeah, sort of a pay to win event from what it looks like. But today we're gonna be reviewing the skills, and I'll talk more about the event in the upcoming days. So, first of all, by the way, there are two nat 5s for each element, and the light and dark ones will have one nat 4, which, if we remember the event notice, they mentioned that will be free, so I expect those to be available pretty soon in one of the events. But yeah, let's start with the fire guy GENOS, I don't know how you spell it. Basic attack, nothing special, 165 multiplier as always. Second skill. Oh, by the way, the descriptions of these skills are insane. So yeah, as you can see, this is just the second skill. Throws consecutive punches to attack the enemies within the area 8 times. Wow. Oh, this could be like the new top monster for guild raid. And each hit has a certain chance to apply crit damage taken up. And that is, I believe, the one Naomi gives. Yep. The last hit knocks down targets within the area with a certain chance, and if the target is knocked down or stunned, it uses Incineration Cannon. And is that the second? Yeah, that's the second charge skill. So the damage is inversely proportional to the number of targets hit. Okay, wait. Oh, this is within the area. Ooh, so the more he hits, the more damage he does, right? Yeah. In Oh, no, individual damage increases the fewer targets. Okay, so the less targets, the more damage. So good against bosses potentially, because he can stack that debuff with a 40% chance. That's 8 hits, so on average around level 3. That's very good. That's way higher than Naomi's. And what else? 158 multiplier, so that's times 8. That's quite high multiplier, like 1200. Not bad. Then he has a last hit chance to knock down for 4 seconds, and if he knocks down, he will use a third skill right after. And he's also immune to CC and decreases the damage dealt by 50% while using the skill, so similar to the Vampire Hunters. Okay, not bad for one skill. Damn. The second skill, of course, even larger. Jesus Christ. Apply shield to himself, attacks the enemies within the area 3 times with a powerful incineration count. Wow, so these both abilities are AoE. Interesting. And each hit has a certain chance to stun the target, applies defense down to the target with a certain chance, in addition, if the target is under a CC effect. Oh, and this skill, knockdown, I believe, is a CC effect, right? Yep. Interesting. Okay, and applies mana regen speed up to the team summoner upon defeating the target. That is big. Not a lot of units have mana up. I think Verdiheil and the Light Hawk Magician are probably the main units that have it. So that's an interesting skill. All attacks ignore the target's beneficial effects that decrease the damage taken and increase the damage dealt based on the target's lost HP. While using this skill, becomes immune to CC. Wow. Okay, so this guy is like a. Well, I wanted to say like the second this skill made him very good for PvE for that stacking, but also whenever he knocks down, and like you cannot knock down bosses, so it will not go into the third skill. However, this one, even when soul linked, imagine you just knock down an enemy and you get a free third skill, right? And then you can just keep spamming this as long as you knock down enemies. This one will activate for free. So damn, this guy looks like really good for PvP. Interesting. Okay, Samurai. First skill, nothing special, a bit higher multiplier. Second skill. Oh yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this guy, I think. Swings the sword to deal damage to enemies within the area based on his max HP, and stuns with a certain chance. Becomes immune to CC effects. Okay, so similar to the last guy. Okay, stuns with a certain chance, but this is an AoE ability, so there's a chance that he will stun multiple enemies, but that stun is 62% chance, so not a big fan. Okay, third skill uses slashing strikes to deal damage 4 times based on his max HP to the enemies within the area, and each hit has a certain chance to apply bleed, and bleed is just the dot, right? Yep. Becomes immune to... Okay, not a fan of his charge skills. Let's see the passive. Oh yeah, this guy cannot be crit on. As you can see, he has critical resistance 100%. However, keep in mind the Sarian exists, and he is a warrior unit, so he will be... Or is he a knight? No, that's a warrior. So he will be a frontline unit, and the Sarian can quite easily target him if you don't have any other targets in the front line. But yeah, in addition, applies Master Swordsman to himself with a certain chance if a basic attack critically hits, and increases the Master Swordsman level if it doesn't critically hit. So basically you need 100% crit rate on him, otherwise you're sort of receiving negative effects. Okay, Jesus Christ, these skills. His skill defense penetration rate and skill crit damage increase, and crit rate decreases based... So this is one of the stacking units. Most of these collab units have sort of a stacking level that they gain or lose based on their skills or passives. So this looks like one of the guys that actually receives those stacks. So as you can see, there's a lot of effects with stacks. However, I'm still unsure what the maximum level stacking is. I know that on a few units, maximum level is 10, so I can only assume it might be the same. But yeah, per its master swordsmanship level, so using skills to attack increases crit damage by 15%. So assuming that maxes out at level 10, it could be a 150% crit damage up increase. Also 6% defense penetration, so assuming level 10, that's up to 60% defense penetration. Damn. Wait, so that's... Oh, this is when using skills. Okay, it doesn't apply to basic attacks. Then critical resistance down 8% per level. So again, if level 10 is max, 80% maximum crit rate resistance down. Although not too many teams use crit rate resistance skills, so also not too important. Per its maximum... Okay, if basic attack critically hits, he receives 1 level of swordsmanship. Okay. And if basic attack doesn't critically hit, he loses 3 levels. So basically 100% critical, a high attack speed, and he will like land a lot of those levels of his passive. Okay, nice. Personally not a fan of his skills, but the passive looks really strong. Okay, so this guy, GAROU, 200%, a bit higher, nothing special though. Look at these skills, bro. Look how long they are. Quickly attacks the enemy target 6 times. Again, huge amount of hits. To deal damage based on his max HP. Damage increases based on his lost HP. Ooh, okay. Another HP scaling unit, sort of. Awakened state addition. Oh, awakened state, this doesn't mean awakening. He has a awakening like state on his passive, which we'll get to in a second. So when he's in awakened state, additionally increases the damage based on the amount of its lost HP. Oh, whoops, I'm not reading the last one. In addition, the summoner gains mana when used during soul. Oh yeah, by the way, this unit, both of his abilities increase mana by 1 when he is a soul linked unit. So this basically gives you an idea that he should be used as a soul linked unit, as he will... Essentially, each ability will cost 1 mana less, so this one will essentially cost 2, and this one will cost 3 when he is in that awakened state. And increase damage based on the amount of his lost HP. In addition, the summoner gains mana, can enter awakened state depending on the conditions, So, fixed reduction, this is fixed damage, meaning no damage reduction effects will interfere with it, no critical needs are needed or anything like that. Per hit, he also does 70%. Per 1% caster HP lost, the damage dealt up increases. So, wait, caster's HP, so that's his HP. So, the less HP he has, the more damage he will do. And also, per 1% of its lost HP. Wait, caster's lost HP? He is a caster, technically. This one is a bit confusing, but yeah, caster's lost HP and its lost HP. Its lost HP technically is his HP as well. So Okay, in awakened. So this one is when not awakened state, and this one is doubled when in awakened state. So in awakened state, his damage may increase up to 200%. Damn. And if using a soul link, he of course increases mana by 1 back. And bro, look how long these skills are. It's insane. Moves around quickly to attack enemies within the area 3 times, again AoE attack, and deals damage based on his lost HP. Recovers the HP based on the damage dealt by the attack. In addition, the last attack applies fear to enemies within the area. Okay. And in an awakened state, each hit additionally has a chance to remove a beneficial effect. Ooh. On the target and applies defense down. Ooh, so sort of similar to a Sekhmet, but just a single target strip. In addition, the summoner gains mana. Yep, we know that. So, okay. Damage drain, so 35% lifesteal. So already this guy looks like he's really good on vampire runes, as you want him getting low, but you also want him healing up while you're waiting for the mana to regen. If using soul linked, yep, increases mana, and 60% chance to remove 1 beneficial effect, and the same chance to apply defense down. Nice. And let's read a 30 paragraph long passive as well. Decreases the damage taken based on the lost HP. Wow! So you sort of have to balance him on low HP. And I think Vampire Runes will by far be the best set on him, as from what it looks like so far. The greatest fear level, again, a unit that stacks that inner sort of passive level. Increases every time he takes damage equal to certain amount if he has greatest fear while in the battle and is not in an awakened state. So when he's not awakened, he gains those fear levels, and essentially, and it disappears upon receiving oblivion. Wait, what? Wait, does he get oblivion on himself? Reset. Oh, okay. If he gets oblivion, basically those levels will drop down to 0, it looks like, and removes all harmful effects on himself. Wait, so apparently when he is oblivioned, he will lose the stacks, but he also gets a cleanse and uses evil deed. Is that one of the skills? Oh, evil deed. Oh, no. Evil deed is here. Evil deed, like at the bottom here, so we'll get to it. Garou's skills are enhanced when he enters the awakened state. When in awakened state, he becomes immune to CC. Whoa. When in awakened, okay. Immune to CC and greatly increases damage dealt. The awakened state is removed. Okay, whoa. Okay, upon reaching level 10 Greatest Fear, removes all harmful effects and uses another part of his passive. And also, when awakened, 50% more damage, immune to CC, and that fear lasts for 30 seconds, it looks like, because every 3 seconds while awakened, he loses 1 level of fear and he starts with 10. So that awakened phase basically lasts half a minute, which is a very long time. Imagine half a minute and you are awakened, so all your abilities are boosted, you're invincible, and you have immunity. Whoa. Wait, he becomes invincible for a half a minute? Unless Oblivion, right? No, but wait, he becomes immune as well, so you can't even Oblivion. Nah, this guy looks busted. Nah, this guy looks OP. If I'm reading everything correctly, this guy looks so broken. Okay, the old man Silverfang, who has a basic attack that is again longer than any paragraph I wrote in school. Silverfang, wow, basic attack at level 8. Okay, attacks the enemy target and applies master to himself. Uses water, steam, rock, smashing fists. Is that Jesus Christ? Wait, that's water. No. Oh, that's okay. This it's so confusing. Upon reaching a certain level of master. Okay, so level 1 master for every attack that he does. And when he reaches level 6, he uses the second part of his basic attack, and that quickly shifts to the enemy target to consume all the master levels and attack 5 times in a row. That's a basic attack, by the way. So every 6 basic attacks, he will use another special basic attack. And if you max out that attack speed, he can do this every 2 seconds, by the way. So quickly shifts to the enemy target to consume all the master levels and attack 5 times in a row. Attacking the weak point recovers his HP based on the damage dealt. In addition, applies attack down to a certain chance if the last hit attacks the weak point. So yeah, he removes the master. 77% per hit, so 5 hits, that's close to 400% multiplier on the basic attack. Nice. Upon attacking the weak point, receives 30% lifesteal. Last hit also has like double the multiplier. Okay, if the last hit attacks the weak point, also damage drain and level 1 attack down for 20 seconds. That's just the basic attack. And by the way, if you don't know what the weak point is, this was supposed to come out with the magical archers, but it looks like this guy is getting uh, the skill as well. Weak point is basically a non-critical attack, meaning that damage dealers that you want to make use of the weak point attack, you have to build them with 0 critical rate and pretty much low critical damage. The only stats important for weak point attacks are precision, because it basically increases the damage you do the more precision you have, and precision caps out at 200, while evasion caps out at 100, so the maximum damage is like 100% of what it could be. And you also, with most of these units that make use of weak point attacks, you do want to build high attack speed, as skills will, of course, the multipliers will be higher, but you can only use them so often, and those weak point attacks will benefit more from faster activations. But yeah, very in-depth explanation just for the basic attack. Okay, removes all harmful effects on himself and applies shield based on his max HP and attack speed up to himself. Oh yeah, I really like this guy. So he gets 40% max HP shield. That is a very big shield, but it also doesn't last too long. For reference, Bastet's shield is like 22%, Wusa's is like 24. So yeah, it's probably close to double that. And he also gets level 5 attack speed, which increases attack speed by 60%. However, keep in mind that attack speed maxes out at 300, so don't overdo it. With a 60%, you don't want to be building more than like 190 attack speed, maybe 200. Okay, Vacuum Fist. Attack the enemy target attacking the weak point, recovers his HP based on the damage dealt. Applies attack down and knocks down the target with a certain chance. Ooh, 16 seconds of level 1 attack down. I mean, the debuffs he does are not that great. Knockdown for 3 seconds. So this guy is basically like a very good basic attack unit. However, he is more focused on PvP because, first of all, he doesn't do too many great debuffs. He is there purely for damage mostly. So yeah, you want to be building him on a Swift set. Offset, most likely precision, as that offset is pretty much, or offset or two set, whatever you want to call it, pretty much the only set that will increase his damage. Because remember, if you want to make use of the weak point attacks, blade runes are not useful, as they are increasing your critical rate, and with weak point attacks you want to have 0 crit rate on your units. So yeah, this is a very big change of meta, and it will be interesting to see how this works out, because this is like the point where precision and evasion are getting some really mainstream use. Okay, so the two girls of the wind element. First skill, nothing special, a bit higher multiplier. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, I wasn't fan of both of these. I don't know, their skills just didn't seem too great. However, they do have, one of them has an awesome passive, which may be useful in PvP. So, Psychic Throw uses psychokinesis. Okay, I'm gonna read that correctly. Psychokinesis. Psychokinesis? Psychokinesis? I don't know. Yeah. Enjoy my broken Eastern European English, right? Uses that to hurt a projectile at the enemy target to deal damage 4 times. If the target is a summoner, increases the skill cooldown to max with a increases cooldown to max. Ooh, okay. With a certain chance, the last hit deals damage to enemies within the area and applies defense down with a certain chance. Okay, multiplier, not great. 400% around there. If the target is a summoner, he basically loses all cooldowns with a 30% chance. Again, not a big fan. That's a bit too low in my opinion. Also, the damage I believe is if you hit a summoner, right? Oh no, that's just the last hit damage. So last hit is basically 300% and a 90% chance to apply defensively. Again, really don't feel like that's too much. However, the cooldown is at least on the lower side, so you may be able to spam that a bit more often. Then the third skill uses, I'm not gonna pronounce that word, but uses that to hurl a powerful projectile to deal damage to enemies within the area and knocks them down with a certain chance. So AoE skill, 3-second knockdown. Knockdown is one of the better debuffs because you cannot cleanse it or anything like that. And if it hits, especially your cleanser or a stripper, that's a very big change to the fight for like those 3 seconds. And as her passive, yeah, keep in mind passive has a 45-second cooldown, which I feel like is a bit too high for this. So yeah, she is immune to silence, but only with a cooldown. Oh no, I think that part is not with a cooldown like the other 3 parts are with. So gain silence immunity, deals damage to enemies within the area, applies silence with a certain chance and knocks them down. So this is a passive. This means it will activate with both abilities. So if caster's HP is below 50%, that means her HP, and you can see where I'm going. She is a mage. She will not be targeted a lot as she's staying in the back line, so this passive will pretty much never activate when you want to. But yeah, it does a lot of damage, silence for 6.5 seconds, and knockdown for 3 seconds. I think those knockdown and silence sort of kind of useless together because both of them will sort of silence the target. So, I'm not a big fan of this skill personally. Not skill, but the whole unit. Okay, let's go to Hellish Blizzard. So basic attack, very regular, 165. Then Hellstorm uses, oh my god, again with the kinesis, yeah? To create a tornado to attack the enemies within the area once and silences the monster with the highest attack. Then sends the tornado again to attack 2 times. So again, silence, very similar to Sekhmet's skill. So damage is pretty decent for the amount it costs, and silence for 6 seconds. Only pretty low mana cost, which is very nice. No, I'm not. Nah, stop. Comters, come on. Uses kinesis to flip the ground and attacks the enemies within the area. Damage increases if the target is under a CC effect, so combos pretty well with the second skill, or first charge skill, I guess. Increases if the and stuns the target with a certain chance if the target is a monster. So more focused on monsters than the summoner or a creature. So 747 multiplier, not too great. If the target is under a CC effect, increases damage by 50%, so potentially up to like 1200 multiplier. And if the target is a monster, 70% chance to stun. And now look at her passive. This passive might be the game changer for PvP. Every attack will remove immunity if caster's HP is below 50%, of course. So if you manage to get her below 50%, you have a very strong weapon for PvP. However, if you don't, again, this passive becomes... Oh, wait, I read that wrong. If caster's HP is 50%, oh yeah, that's why I liked her. It made more sense than the last one because this one activates when she is above 50%, and since she is a mage, she will stay in the backline and she will be higher HP usually. So yeah, this effect basically every attack that she does, and this doesn't have a cooldown like the last one, she will remove immunity with her skills, and she will also get spell shield for 14 seconds. So that will nullify the damage of a skill hit, I believe. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this one not too bad. Can I click that? Way better than the terrible tornado in my opinion. And now two more units left. These were rumored to be free to play units, so like free to play available. So we'll see. This guy double hit, multiplier a bit higher than usual at 200%. Okay, Justice Crash chucks a bike to attack the enemy, applies attack down, and knocks down the target with a certain chance. Really nothing special. I mean, okay-ish for PvP, but not much there. And uses Hero Shout to apply invincibility to himself and provoke nearby enemies with a certain chance. So yeah, this guy is sort of similar to Darren, which I really like, because provoke that will last over 50% of the time, and if you soul link him, you are actually able to permanently provoke units with the skill, as 3 mana will regen every 9 seconds, and provoke is 15 seconds long, and for half that time you will actually not be receiving any damage at all, so this could be a very big unit, especially for Orbius. And his passive is, oh yeah, soul protection, so he will revive with 100% HP when killed, and that has a 3-minute cooldown, so in PvP he will pretty much only revive once. There's like no chance he is staying alive for another 3 minutes when he's killed. So yeah, this guy, PvP focus for sure, and more focused on Orbius and Kinas, as Cleave can provoke himself, and if another provoke lands, it's of course override the first one. And this guy is super interesting because his damage, like his abilities, do not do any damage. He doesn't do any damage even with the first skill, or rather the basic attack. So King Engine activates the King's Engine to apply resistible resistance down. I'm gonna shorten this up a bit. And if the target is a creature, also crit damage taken up. So this guy, spoiler alert again, mostly focused on PvE. He is not a PvP unit at all in my opinion. And the debuffs he provides on the basic attack at least, really not great. Resistance down, that's like, if you're using accuracy based units, you already have 100% accuracy, so yeah, I don't know. For skill, exerts daunting energy to apply oblivion to creatures within the area, and additionally applies attack down if the target is oblivion successfully applied. So yeah, again, Oblivion looked really good until you read that it is a creature effect only, meaning that it will not work on enemy summoners, enemy monsters, bosses. No, actually it will work for bosses, but most bosses don't really need Oblivion because they're immune to it. So yeah, again, really not too great. Activates King Engine with a maximum output 5 times to apply irresistible resistance down, but again, if you're using his basic attack, he will already have that resistance down per hit to enemies within the area with a certain chance, and applies accuracy up to allies within the area each time resistance down is applied. In addition, applies crit damage taken up per hit to creatures within the area with a certain chance. So crit damage taken up, yeah, that's the Nomis effect. So 5 hits and 55% chance to apply crit damage taken up, so that's on average around 2 to 3 crit damage taken up effects. Not that great, if you ask me. Again, resistance down and accuracy up, so that is sort of, this basically makes this unit, he takes up a spot and he allows you to build 0% accuracy. So are you better off using another normal unit and having high accuracy on your units, which mind you only takes 1 rune usually, as I believe a 1 slot 6 accuracy rune will give somewhere like 40% accuracy, and in most scenarios that will be enough. So again, yeah, in my opinion, this guy, useless, completely useless. Although I am excited to see someone make use of him, and if he is free to play available, we will of course test him out ourselves. And yeah, that's about it for the skills. We'll come back with some event info as well as my thoughts on the summons. And as you can see, these do require 200 tickets, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the tickets available from the events do not look great, honestly. There will be multiple events, but the first event, I believe, only gives like, let's see. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, okay. Okay, there might be more tickets because before I checked, there was only this event and there were like 7 pages, but the tickets you get are like 2 each. So maybe I'll review all of the events and make a summary of them, as it is already a long video and I don't want to bore you too much with it. I'll try to bring one tomorrow, and yeah, see you in the next one.